Hi, I'm Brandy Stanley, and this is my presentation on the legal aspects of teacher evaluation. First, the NEA, National Education Association, has been an advocate for teachers and a strong advocate in the fairness of evaluations and the process by which teachers are evaluated and held to high accountability, but still maintaining that accountability is fair for teachers. The Every Student Succeeds Act is a law that permits states to redesign their evaluation process and submit their new accountability systems to the U.S. Department of Education. In the article and issue overview of teacher evaluation, I question whether the overhauls are any more effective. It should mean that teachers are receiving better feedback and therefore resulting in better teaching practices. Race to the Top is a federal intervention. They offered grants to schools that implemented evaluation systems that provided for 3 different levels of performance and took student achievement into account, tying it to teacher evaluation. Not always in fair ways, as far as building test scores being tied to teachers who may not even have those students in their classes. The teachers' unions responded with policy that argues against connecting teacher pay and tenure to evaluations. They also oppose using student test scores tied to those evaluations, and they cite multiple reasons that are out of a teacher's control, such as a high number of students with special needs in their classes, those with challenging situations in their home life or personal life, students who are coming from a background of poverty. These are things that teachers can't control and are still held to high accountability to teach those students. The results. Are the new and improved systems working? Results indicate that high-quality feedback tends to result in increased student performance. However, higher stakes may not necessarily result in improved outcomes for students. I feel like teachers are feeling pressured to fix the data or actually outright cheating to make their results come out more favorably. Teacher evaluation heads to the courts. New regulations in teacher evaluation have led to court disputes. Teachers' unions have gone to bat for teachers and backed them on a number of different viewpoints, including assisting them when building test scores are used to evaluate all teachers in the building, like I said, whether or not they are in that teacher's classroom or not. Support and accounting for student poverty, and changes in teacher tenure policies and due process. Talent Ed is the evaluation tool that we use in my district. Teachers are observed in a particular class that the administrator and teacher have agreed upon. And then following the observation, usually the next day, they meet to conference about what was observed. Whether or not we agree, we're asked to find out. If a teacher feels that an evaluation is inaccurate or unfair, we are allowed to provide a letter documenting what we disagree with, and it is kept in our personnel file. If after a negative or critical evaluation is conducted, then an administrator may write a plan of improvement for the teacher. In this plan of improvement, very detailed information is required, and the not aware of that happening in my district since I've been there. I do know that there are times that a teacher has moved on after having a plan of improvement and agreed to find a different fit for a different location for their teaching experience. They've parted ways, but it has worked out to where they've been supported, they've been provided professional development, and then it's been their decision to leave. So we haven't been in a situation where anyone has been fired and then had a grievance with the district or anything. If a teacher believes that they are being fired unjustly, they can ask for a due process hearing. A wrongful termination case that I studied was the case where a teacher believed she was fired because she was bringing up a concern about inequality between the male and female programs in her district, both athletic and academic programming. The superintendent had actually expected administrators to falsify the concerns that might lead to her being let go and might justify not hiring her back. And actually, by the time the court case was settled, he was no longer working for the district, and she won the settlement of $500,000. In conclusion, as a school administrator, to be sure that I'm following legal issues with the evaluation process, I would make sure that I'm well informed about established laws. And then if I felt like I was in a situation where a teacher would need remediation and need to be on a plan of improvement, that I would make sure that I was well versed in that process. And especially if it was my first time writing a plan of improvement, I would seek counsel from my superintendent as well as the Kansas Association of School Boards and my local school board as well, to make sure that everything I did was in compliance with the law. And like I said, especially being a new administrator, just being very familiar and then seeking advice when it's something that I don't have experience with.